I think it will accelerate the adoption of the goals set in the new national education policy. So value-based education, vernacular learning at the initial stages is very, very critical, because again, as I said, because of our colonial legacy, we thought that speaking good English is the only way moving forward, and that is the only way. And students don't understand that much. I still remember this very vividly. My elder son, he was around 18 or 19 months when he started speaking, and we were at this child hospital, and there was these parents and who was speaking to their kid in English, and my wife got a bit conscious about it and she started speaking English. So I told her, "मैं कहा 20 महीने से बोले ने 2 साल और ला दे, let it be." So basically, this current national education policy identifies that language should not be the barrier of, it might sound a bit ironic that I'm communicating in English exclusively right now, but the point is that learning happens best in your mother language.
सभी को नमस्कार। मैं मैम की बात से बहुत अच्छी तरह से सहमत हूँ कि जैसे कोविड के दौरान मैं अपनी ही बात करती हूँ, मैं म्यूज़िक टीचर हूँ, तो मैंने खुद इतनी एक्टिविटीज़ करवाई, लाइक डांस, लाइक सिंगिंग्स, और बहुत सारी कैटेगरीज़ में, फोक सॉन्ग्स, शब्द गायन, भजन गायन, और हर तरह से। और इसके अलावा अपने बच्चों को इंटर स्कूल कंपटीशन जैसे ऑनलाइन होते रहे, उसमें भी पार्टिसिपेट करवाया, और बच्चों ने बहुत इंटरेस्ट लिया, और बहुत सारे बच्चों के बहुत सारे प्राइजेस भी आए। तो आई थिंक ठीक है, कोविड के दौरान हम लोगों को मुश्किलें, ये चीज़ें सहनी पड़ी, बच्चों को भी सहना पड़ा, बट फिर भी बच्चों ने बहुत इंटरेस्ट से इन चीज़ों को सीखा, और बच्चों ने बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट लिया। थैंक यू सो मच।
Congratulations, ma'am. I think you deserve the award, definitely. So anyone in the audience, if you have views on either COVID or national education policy in context, yeah.
No, I feel that this COVID was the harbinger of change. See, it was much needed change that was required, and it was waiting to happen. Yeah. We were all lax, we were sitting back, we were doing well, CC is there, new policies, then suddenly COVID came and we were shaken up. And we all had to change, we all had to innovate, we all had to think, we all had to plan, we all had to re-innovate. So that is all we all have done. And we learned with the children, we grew with the children, parents learned, and that small, every school was suddenly, it was we were all contained in our own small micro world. Suddenly it grew wide. Yeah. And we were looking beyond our little worlds, and we all connected. And the change has been excellent. It has changed us all. It has really improved us. It has, there are, of course, downsides of it, a little bit. I don't think we managed. Like children missing their peer group, all those things. But as teachers, as education has immensely improved. It has gone from 1 steps to 20 steps ahead.
Absolutely.
In all ways.
Absolutely.
And I think that is the change which we should congratulate ourselves and our children and the parents. Parents have been a very, very important, they have played an excellent role. And if we talk about the rural areas also, there are times when you see that they're also, like Sir was saying, you see that they're also trying. The teachers are trying. I was talking to a teacher from rural background. He says, he was showing me the kind of work that he's doing, and he's sending over and he's going to their homes and doing it for them.
Wonderful.
So it has helped, it has changed our perspective towards education, which is the beauty of, this present scenario. And I think, thank you. I think everybody will agree with me.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful, ma'am. I think these are very important thoughts. I think what Sir also said, and sometimes, we worry about that there are gaps. Let's accept it, and I think this is the time to cover those gaps, right? This is given, COVID has brought the best, I think, especially out of Indians. No writing, people helping each other, right? Being, economically a weaker country, in terms of per capita income, right? No one dying of hunger. I think we can congratulate ourselves. And in isolation, we have come together the best. I think we were isolated and we were still together. I think we can congratulate the entire nation on that. I think that deserves a big hand for everyone. This is one moment, where I really felt pride that, as a nation, although there was, news channels and, media personalities, they talk about that, what is going wrong. But most of the things were going right. Bad news, as long as bad news is the news, it is good. When good news becomes a good, then it means that, bad things are happening almost all the time. So I think that way, I agree with ma'am that people have really been, earlier we were, focused on ourselves too much, right? We sat down, we realized that, to build a great nation, we have to contribute and we have to, and I hope these lessons stay with us. We don't forget these lessons. Absolutely. And lot of new startups in this time have come up, who are helping every aspect of education, starting from, student enrollment process, till their learning, extracurricular activity, you are doing wonderful things through LinkCube in terms of celebrating creativity of kids, right? I'm glad, that was on the screen. And, so those kind of initiatives have really helped, colleges and schools to bring extracurricular, because rote learning will not, if we really calculate, this is my observation, I could be absolutely wrong, I've not done any formal analysis, but I feel that most of the people are not working on their true potential. That is the fact. Most of the people live with regret. Whoever I've spoken to so many times, being an educationist, I get a chance to meet, I've been on the both sides of the table. Being on the, my teammates, they call me, you're a half hitman and half monk. So, so basically being on the business side of things as CEO, being an educationist also, but I realized that if our education system take advantage of this national education policy, and it will require a lot of investments. One is willpower. It's very easy to maintain the status quo. It is our comfort zone. But if we can spend more time and effort on, taking advantage, especially this value-based self-discovery, kind of programs, and if anyone can share over here, if their institutes are doing something apart from academic excellence, personal excellence, if something is happening, we would like to know more about that experience, or from you, sir.